The outfit that he wore,
and the explanation.
It was top notch. I mean,
David, you see, I joined halfway, so I put the video back and I was watching, his introduction and all that. First of all, what got to me was that at 34, he goes to, he's a doctor actually. So he has a doctor of surgery, doctor of medicine, as a doctor of medical lab. He has an MBA, student leadership. That tells you resilience. That tells you a story of a young man who is learned. At 34, regional minister for Ashanti Region, David, is a big deal. And in his responses, and Winston and Raymond alluded to it, of the veteran, he will be in my top 3. My first one will be John Jinapo. I was mesmerized, maybe because I'm energy biased, but from the back and how I view them, his understanding of the energy sector, I loved it.
But did it come to you as a surprise? Because even as member of parliament, I mean, in parliament, he heads that committee. He said a lot.
But there are people who also head committees, and we head.
But I'm saying that he's done a lot in that sector.
I agree with
you.
So
it doesn't come as a surprise.
No,
he knows
to
his
you,
stuff.
But me, I've watched all the veterans, and I was surprised.
Well,
the another one is a pair, Eric Opoku and Pablo.
Agri minister. Yeah.
Then Frank. I was very, very impressed. And when you mentioned 34, I was thinking, the answer, I said 36.
We said between 34 and 36, actually.
So I was very, very surprised about. And then one thing I noticed was that, look at the back, the pictures. I don't know if Joe
Mampohima was there.
Oh, yeah.
Samuel Sapon was there.
David, he had
Dufour was there.
Dr. Dufour there. He had 2 former regional ministers there. He had the Mampohima. I saw the Jesuhima. It tells you, David. Even
the regional chairman was there as well.
And David, in fact, a former Attorney General Minister for Justice, Madame Betty Mudidusu, was there. So Frank has at least the support of the party, because Betty Mood has been the returning officer for Mahama for a long time in the Ashanti region. He traces his route to the Ashanti. I think they trace the route to Ankasi.
Yeah.
He and the brother, the former GMPC guy, what's the name, the fair guy, Alex Mood. So he has that. David, I was so impressed with them when he didn't go on highfalutin this. When you ask me a question, I will liaise with the sector minister. I will liaise with that. David, because, in fact, David, I learned through the vetting that regional ministers actually don't have budget.
Yes, they don't. Well, that's why the former minister, Simon, will tell you that he doesn't sign checks, he doesn't do anything.
I didn't believe him until the vetting.
Oh, no. So that's why there are people who are of the view that you have MMDAs around. Engage with them. Do things with them. To enable you raise the resources to be able to do what you have to do.
In fact, David, when you listen to Kwekuri Ketegan, he's been a regional minister for sector. Yeah. Apparently, an MMD, a ministry department agents can do a budget without recourse to the minister, but the minister has to sign something for them. And I also, that is why, David, the composite budget thing is important. So I was reading at it at dawn. Because, David, you see, why should a ministry or a department be doing something in a region without the recourse to the minister? While the minister, according to Article 256 or so, is the chief administrative officer of the region. There's a thing there. And it also talks about planning, where we plan haphazardly. David is doing something, doing sanitary part. Leo is doing sanitary part. George is doing sanitary part. So why don't you all come together at certain convergence points where the minister has a certain input in the budget, not necessarily to take the money, because the ministries will not agree, because Ghana, when they come to budget, will be able to do the one. So I get it. But David, so happy for the young man. He has no business to. For yesterday, I was telling somebody that, David, all the young people appointed, you are a report card. Are you say to do? And many youth, we don't need anything from you. And David, he mentioned something very important. I didn't even know until I checked. The unemployment of 14.7, the Ashanti region only 16%.
We top in Ghana.
Yeah. In fact, the multidimensional poverty, Ashanti region leads.
Yeah.
Health proximity, release. And David, I was so happy. I don't know who gave him that data set, but he should employ that gentleman to be part of him. We need young people, and they were a little bit on it. I was happy when he didn't do any pump and pageant, even on his social media. As one picture he has posted. Let me sound the caution to Malik Basitali.
We'll get there. Hold on. We'll get there. Let's finish with Ashanti Regional Minister.
Okay. So let me continue on.
For me, Basitali will get there.
But the order that I'm saying is that the John Mahama, who himself was on the ballot, David, there was no pump and pageantry on his face. I have no issue with the young man. But David, I'm giving him 3 data sets. We have 2 million of our young people who are not in training, not in education, not in employment. We have nearly 8 million of our countrymen and women who are multidimensionally poor. They don't have radio set. They don't have shed over their shelter. They don't have decent access to water. I'll rope in Abbas Rudin. He's now the CEO of Social Investment Fund. Alleviate them from poverty. Because David, no one of us understands the mandate Mahama has been given than Mahama. There's a reason he appointed you there. Don't a man in Sankusi.
And for me, what I wrap up, what put pressure on this young man. David, 3 of them were asking that question. Ask him to commit to it.
David, by now, Richard Kenayoga has typed the message. Young one, relax your BP. David, you see, yesterday, the man for MP, the man for MP, you saw how he laid the foundation to ask the question about how important that road leading to Mampon Techiman is. So, David, you ask yourself, the 8 years that the MPP had, they didn't know this. They didn't know that Swami Interchange has the busiest route when you are exiting Ashanti region. They didn't know. They didn't know that David, the traffic congestion in Ashanti region is affecting trade and commerce. They didn't know. This is it. David, that also tells you that the MPP internally knows they didn't treat Ashanti region fairly.
Oh yeah, they are.
They know.
They are
Because David, you see, David Tracy, if you say you won't do interchange at Aroga Junction, I may understand. But was it Leo? Someone showed me the interconnectivities of, because of my car, I went to some interchange. David, and yes, it was my mechanic, and he showed me this place goes to Techiman and all that. All my life, I thought the Santasi Road used to turn off and everywhere.
Yeah, no. So Swami, when you take the Tafu Road,
Charlie, people already know that. So let's dwell too much on that one.
Yeah, David, and you see, the next question they were asking was on what? What? The hospitals.
Oh yeah, the hospitals.
Yeah.
They mentioned Sewa, they mentioned everyone like
and Dave, let me also put on record. One minister said Kumawu is not done that is wrong. What no way in America for hospitals there.
One other thing about the vetting yesterday, that surprised.
Congratulations, Frank.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Frank, you're 35 years.
I'm 34 years.
34.
Yes, please.
Have you played football before?
Yes, please, I have.
Do you still play?
Not on a regular basis.
What football team do you support?
Kotoko.
That's not the name of the football team. What football team do you support?
Ashanti Kotoko.
Perfect. So you are wearing a very nice cloth.
Thank you.
I just want to find out, has it got any meanings? Do you have any reason for wearing this particular one?
Thank you very much. With the guidance of my traditional leaders, my parents, and the good people of Ashanti region, I chose this cloth because of the name and its cultural significance. The name of the cloth is Asanteman. And if you see rightly embroidered in it is the porcupine. That is the symbol of Asanteman. The porcupine serves as a very tactful animal that is always on the alert on self-defense and in promotion of well-coordinated strategies to survive every situation. It has quills, or the spines. And the spines, though seen individually at the back of the porcupine, they work in a very coordinated fashion to either in defense of the animal from predators or as and when they need to undertake a certain activity. So that is the porcupine in the cloth. Also is the spider web. The spider web in Ashanti tradition, we use Kwakwanansi for most of our folk tales. It signifies wisdom, interconnectivity, and oneness within the Ashanti kingdom. Also, I have the akufna and the gun symbol in the cloth. They also signifies royal authority and loyalty to the Asanteman and the Republic of Ghana. The colors, as carefully chosen, is green, yellow, and black. The green represents the forest and the greenness of the Asante kingdom. The yellow represents the rich, or the richness of the Ashanti Kingdom. And the black signifies our race, and also the black stools that were brought together in order that the Ashanti man had the golden stool that the Otumfuo, His Royal Majesty, sits on during his sitting at either Akweside or Awukude. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.